Hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday. So, if you are a mom that experiences hella overwhelm at times or all the times, overwhelm and anxiety, keep listening. This short video is going to give you some life and some validation and to help you feel like you're not alone. So, let me share a bit about my journey with overwhelm and anxiety and kind of what that looks like. So, for me, overwhelm shows up when I don't feel like I'm prepared enough to handle whatever it is coming my way. And so, I often say that overwhelm comes from saying yes to the wrong ish too often and for too long, which it does. But also when you have a neurodiverse mindset, overwhelm comes from also not feeling prepared enough to handle what's coming your way, at least for me. And when you have a mind that's going a million miles a minute and you have more thoughts before breakfast than most people have throughout the entire course of their day, there's always something that you feel like you're preparing for. There's always something that you feel like you're behind on. You always feel like you're kind of like the donkey chasing the carrot. Like it's the whole illusion of having everything together. And I have to be really mindful of that because if I'm not following, let's say that, because I have the things in place, sometimes I just get so anxious and overwhelmed that I forget and I have to come back. But if I'm not following the things that I have in place, it's really easy for me to get off track and to be like, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, well then I'll start doing this. And just to kind of go down this spiral of being driven by the next idea that comes in my head, which can lead to overwhelm for me. And so if you're experiencing that, let me share with you how I combat it, how I deal with it, and how I keep it from taking me over most of the time. Notice that caveat, most of the time. Nothing I share with any of my clients or with anyone is 100% all and done thing. You'll never be overwhelmed again. You'll never feel anxiety again. You'll never be stressed again. Like never, ever, ever will I say that. I think I've said that in the past, but I evolved to realize that there's like no 100% fix. So the things that I share are for you to have awareness of what's going on and to make the pivots necessary so at least it doesn't come back in that form again, and to build a foundation so that when you do feel a sense of overwhelm in your life, that you at least have a way to get out. That once you calm down and bring everything into reality for yourself at that time, that you can at least go, okay, I can pivot and do this and come out. So that's what it looks like for me. And for many of you that I've spoken to, that's what it looks like for you as well, as just this over looming feeling of not having things in the right place. And then you continue to say yes to things because you're not clear on what's going on next. You just feel like everything is urgent and important in this holy instant. And so you continue to go through this loop, which adds only more overwhelm, stress, and anxiety to your day. The first thing I want to invite you to do, and this is hella counterintuitive, by the way, like what I'm about to tell you, you're going to be like, but how? Like, but what? But who? Why? What? The first thing I want to invite you to do is to take breath, to pull back from what it is that's going on. I recently had to do this today. My husband and I are in this fabulous situation where our bathroom has been in pieces since 2020. And long story short, the insurance company we filed the claim with is not the insurance company we had back in 2020. So having to go back through and do all that. But anywho, of worst case scenario and what could go wrong. And so I had to take time out to do some EFT tapping to bring myself back down to, okay, what's really going on now? What can I do? Is it really as bad as I think it is? That's one of the first things that I want to invite you to do when you find yourself overwhelmed. I know that feels counterintuitive because you feel like if you stop and even take that moment to breathe, that shit is really going to fall apart. Let me tell you, 9 times out of 10 it won't, but that small chance that it actually does, at least if it falls apart, you are now clear and relaxed enough to not lose your shit extra. In my workshop, that is something that we go over, is how to add those transitions into your day naturally, so that when life happens, and so when you feel like things are just spinning out of control, stress and overwhelm that you normally feel throughout your day. So if you want to learn how to use transitions to help you flow and to help you to release some of that stress and overwhelm that you're feeling in your day, go to rebrand.ly/overwhelmcure22 to grab your free seat and enroll in this workshop. It's a 2-hour workshop. It's on August 22nd. There are 2 times, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. So those are the 2 times for you. And in that workshop and in that time, you're going to get a workbook and you're going to get a plan on how to add these transitions into your day, how they're going to help you to in other areas of your life, just not in the ability for you to breathe and have flow, but just in how much more energy you have to do and deal with other things that you may not have had in the past. So I look forward to seeing you in the workshop. It is so much fun. Again, rebrand.ly/overwhelmcure22. I look forward to seeing you there. Any questions you have, pop them in the comment section below. But I can't wait to see you in the workshop. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.